as you've heard me say, God forbid the grid ever go away. Because we have no, quote, awareness of how reality works. I mean, me and Trista, we worked at that treatment center, and she was taking a group to a meeting or whatever, and they're like, look at all of those beautiful horses. And you think, well, that's cool. The problem was it wasn't horses, it was cows. If you don't have any kind of identity about reality, guess what? You don't know what to be afraid of. Now, going back to our verse, to fear the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. This puts everything in order. For reality to make sense, there must be order. The order of reality is related to that which we revere the most. The Bible teaches, according to this verse in Proverbs, that to understand the knowledge of life, we must have a reverence for God. This makes sense because if God is the creator, then who knows what life is or should be more than He? Reverence and awe is the root understanding of the nature of the word fear in this verse. It means to stand in awe of, deep respect for. I hear even atheists. Matter of fact, I heard Richard Dawkins talk about, even when he talked about the universe, he says, I grant you, this was in a debate years ago in 2007, he says, I grant you that when you look at the cosmos, there is an innate sense of awe, of wonder, and he even used this terminology, which is weird for an atheist, a desire to want to worship something. It was in a debate called the God Delusion debate with John Lennox. When we see order, we see design. And it promotes us to want to go, what or who is behind all of that? But also recognizing, so this fear is more about our deep respect, a sense of awe. But we must also recognize that God is not a being that we can manipulate. And sadly, many people right now have a relationship with an idea of God that they can manipulate, and that's why they have no accountability in their life. Does that make sense? When our, quote, fear of the Lord is not the priority of our life, then other fears creep in and take over of the terror type. Most of us presently fear what we shouldn't fear because we don't fear the one we should.